Well, it's about 8 in the morning right now, the very day that I'm going to post this video. And I do apologize because there's a lot of negative stuff in this video. Even now, as I'm filming, I seriously thought about ditching the whole thing and starting over again, just kind of giving a synopsis of what was happening last week. But then I kind of thought, this is actually what was happening. So, I can't say it's pretty. I can't say it's going to be beautiful video, but it is about as real as you're going to get. With that in mind, I decided not to throw it out, and moving forward, this is how my week went last week. I'm not feeling so great today, just a little off. Yesterday, I did have 3 cups. Now, the thing is, I did kind of have the heart palpitations again. Kind of midday, I did go out from work and get a small soda. Soda contains about as much as 1/4 of a cup of coffee. I would really love to have another cup of coffee. I'm not going to. I'm defeating this. I am combating this. I'm defeating this. It will go away. I kind of have strokes of pain and also like a good feeling too. It's really weird to describe, like back in the area of my kidneys. But yeah, I really would love to have some more coffee. I would love to have some more coffee right now. It is, I've made it to Easter Sunday. And I've got to work today. Rather have the day off, but that's not going to happen. Somehow about midday, I'll just go into a thing where all of a sudden my brain just goes, and I get very weak. I mean, physically just weak. If I have to compare it to anything, it's probably like a lactic acid buildup. If you work out really hard and it's just like nothing functions. I don't have the appetite to eat, and there's been days when I've just eaten a little something and then gone straight to bed. So I don't know what that's telling me, whether it's typical when somebody's giving up caffeine or whether it's just me. But at the same time, my water intake has gone up. I'm just drinking water like crazy. That whole desire thing is really going away. Like all last week, I was really wanting the coffee, and I guess that's just a whole psychological thing because I am so used to it. I was so bad yesterday. I had 6 cups of coffee. But on a positive note, that taught me something. That 6 cups that I had after like going through a week of really limiting down from 18 cups. That 6 cups was a lot. I mean, basically it had just about every effect on me that 18 cups probably would. I'm going to consider it progress. And going forward, I am going to take that regimen that I did last week, and I am going to do 3 cups a day, renew my vow to give up coffee. Whatever detox was happening has stopped. It's time to deepen my commitment to this and do it. So it's about 9 p.m. right now. This is about my 4th, I guess, cup of coffee today. Drinking coffee at night, I am that guy or gal. I'd say within the last few days, I have had anywhere from 3 to 6 cups of coffee a day. I feel a little bit calmer. It almost feels like this week something is missing. I thought to myself, what in the world is it that's missing? What is missing? I think just basically what's missing is not that general feeling that I have to get up and get out and do this and do that. It's evening time, and this is my very first evening in a long time without coffee. Now I'm kind of a normal coffee drinker, I suppose. I figured if I'm going to transition to zero caffeine, this probably would be the best way to do it. Just go without when it gets evening time. I do have a mild, very mild headache kind of creeping up. I'm hoping sleep will take that away. I'm just about ready for bed, and I'm actually tired. Also, I'm not getting these highs and lows. It's like coffee it'll jerk you up, and then all of a sudden it'll take you down. Natural tiredness is a wonderful thing. My night without caffeine. And what a crazy night it was. First, I couldn't go to sleep. Second, my head started to hurt. Third, my left kidney started to hurt. But I made it through the night. Got up this morning, fixed my coffee. Headache's gone, kidney ache is gone. But I made it one whole night without coffee. Break seal in case of emergency, but only in case of emergency. So this is my emergency soda, and it probably has the caffeine of a quarter of a cup of coffee, or the caffeine of half a cup of coffee if you consider serving 8 ounces. I'm gonna leave it right in my car, and if it happens to be hot that day, it doesn't bother me whatsoever, because probably the more uncomfortable my experience of drinking caffeine is, the better. Last night I had a very rough night of it. Pretty much I had like a low-grade headache all in the back of my head. Also, I had kidney pain. As soon as I got up this morning and fixed that first cup of coffee, a few drinks of it, and all that went away. Another odd thing is that coffee, and how do I say this and be right about it? Because it does work on your adrenals. It puts you into fight or flight syndrome. How do I say this? All yesterday, not having coffee all day, as the coffee subsided, I got very calm, but not only calm, but it almost as if it took me out of a state of fear. Not that there's anything to fear about this morning, but yeah, there is a state of fear working there. Also, yesterday, I was not worried about anything whatsoever. As the nighttime came. But this morning, as I drank my 3 cups of coffee, all of a sudden these little things, you know how your brain kind of works overtime, these little things just kind of entered into my brain, like I got to pay my bills on time or my creditors will not be happy. As I was driving down the road, things hit me like I don't want to get into a wreck. Just weird things like that didn't really have a point of reference. It was amazing to me. I mean, the difference, as soon as I had those 3 cups of coffee, all of a sudden I was alert, but it was an alert as if I were on guard. I took the dog out for a walk this morning, and there were some deer. Deer are not frightening creatures. And just hearing the noise, it set me on alert, even though I knew that they were deer. So how much of my life, if I lived in this quote unquote state of fear? Obviously, my kidneys and adrenals are affected, therefore the pain. So I'm going to look into natural foods that actually will help support that part of my system. I'm a very natural eater when you get down to it, even though you've seen me with a lot of junk food and talking about a lot of junk food. Well, yesterday, I did my 3 cups in the morning. Last night, heart palpitations, so I ended up making more coffee. So by the end of the day, I probably had equivalent to 5 cups. But something occurred to me. I'm trying to limit my amount of coffee day by day, and I guess that is not going to happen. I was kind of hoping that, I would just reduce it day by day by 1 cup. And as long as I limit it, last week I had more coffee than I did this week. And I'm just going to approach this as positively as I can. And yesterday, the discovery of how coffee keeps you on high alert. I don't want to be on high alert at all times. Hey, I'm gonna take it and run with it, but there's a lot of positive things happening. I noticed last night, just right along my spine, a lot of muscles and everything relaxing, whereas before, pretty much I was tense, I was tight. I've had my 2 cups of coffee this morning, and I plan to have no more. Well, looks like it's going to be another cold day. I guess this is the winter that won't go away. I just wanted to let you know that, yes, there will be a part 3 to this. And it may not be next week. I was kind of hoping to have this whole thing done in a couple weeks, and that's it. But last night I kind of got a hold of myself. There's a couple realizations here. Okay, number one, I've pretty much had caffeine of one form or another just about all of my life. Even when I was a kid, there were sodas, the chocolate, and iced tea, and caffeine light, I guess you could say, until I went to the harder stuff, coffee. Just about all of my life has been steeped in the culture of caffeine. Because of that, this is not going to happen in just 2 weeks as my plan had gone. I will come back 1 month from today, and I will definitely let you know how it's doing. Otherwise, I risk filming things that are going to be quite repetitive. I'm filming this, which is also putting an added pressure on me. As we all know, YouTube happens fast. Well, real life doesn't happen fast. I am sure in 1 month I definitely will be clear of this. It's not the desire, it's not the willpower that's really driving this. It is the physical symptoms that I'm actually getting from the withdrawal. When I do say that I had a lot of pain and a lot of stuff going on, yeah, it was real. I really think physically I shouldn't push it because I really don't want a trip to the hospital. My system is so immersed that it's just going to take a while to break free. Pretty much like the nervousness, the anxiety, the desire for coffee has actually gone away. It's just going to take what it takes. I'm following a yogic principle here, not to change things too fast. I have reached out, I've put my hand through the box, and I felt what it's like on the other side. No anxiety, no worry, no tension, no pain. You're not a slave to coffee. I really want that, and I want that more than I want a cup of coffee. I will get there. I will pop out of that box and get to the other side. To err on the side of caution, it's necessary for me to just reach a point right now where I'm at. Well, that's a heck of a lot of progress, and I'm going on from there. Stay tuned, and 1 month from today, I will definitely let you know how it's going. I promise. Next week, I'll go into other programming and get my mind off of this as far as YouTube is concerned, but my mind is still on it as far as my life is concerned. When I reach important goals or monumental discoveries, I will post that 1 month from today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like this channel, subscribe to see more. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good day. And I'll see you on May 10th.